All right, got my little iPhone monitor set up so I can see my shot. I am very new to sitting down and recording myself on camera. I do it for clients all the time, but when it comes to me actually sitting down and talking about stuff, it's a harsh wake-up call that this is harder than it looks. But I've been thinking about a concept that I shared on Instagram a couple of days ago from Alex Hormozy, and it's a concept that I apply to the content strategy for all of my clients. And the idea is give away the secrets, sell the implementation. To help you understand that a little bit, we're going to use an example from one of my clients, a garage door company, and kind of going off of a recent conversation that I had with them about some of their content strategy. The idea was, what garage door industry secrets can we give away for free on socials, or over email, over blog posts, over any type of content? What type of industry secrets can we give away? And then that will lead us to being able to sell the implementation. And so the idea was, spring is coming up, let's make a video about spring cleaning for your garage door, or spring maintenance for your garage door. Something simple like, hey, 3 things you can do for your garage door to keep it functioning or get it ready for summer. You get the idea. And the pushback that I got on that was, hey, I don't know if we want clients to do this. I don't know if we want to tell clients how to do this because we want to do it for them, right? Like, we want to do a maintenance call for people's garage doors because that's our whole business. We're a garage door company, right? That absolutely makes sense. And we talked about it for a little while, and we actually didn't end up doing the video. So this is kind of a little bit of what I explained to them. And if you were a potential client or a current client watching this going forward, hopefully this will cut a little bit of the dialogue back and forth for why I think it's such a powerful tool to give away the secrets and sell the implementation. It's really as simple as it sounds, right? So let's say we put out that video, 3 things you can do for your garage door to get it ready for summer. What that does is, number one, shows expertise, right? The tips that we're sharing are probably not rocket science, right? Like, I don't remember exactly what they were. One of them was lube all of the parts of the garage door with a silicone garage door lubricant that I think you can buy at like Home Depot or something like that. And so very simple stuff. I think it was check the alignment of the lasers, whatever. It doesn't really matter what the tips were. But by just sharing what your techs do or what you do when you're on site at like a very basic DIY 101 level, you're showing that you know what you're talking about. And when I say that, a lot of people who are experts are going to laugh at me and say, why do I have to tell them the very simplest things to prove that I know what I'm talking about, right? Like, if I tell you as a camera expert, hey, go ahead and set up a good shot, you'd be like, yeah, duh, give me some actual advice. But for people who have no idea what they're doing with the camera, they're like, oh yeah, let's make sure I have a good shot. Like, I can't just set up anywhere, I need a good shot, right? So that's genuine advice. Same thing for your clients if you're a garage door company. All of the people watching your social media are not garage door experts. They're random people who probably never think about their garage door. So by saying, hey, there is specific garage door lubricant you can buy at Home Depot, it's about $12, and if you just spray it on the pieces of your parts of your door that are squeaky, they'll be quieter. They're gonna be like, oh wow, good point. I've never considered that, because they're not in garage doors every day. You are. And so by just giving them the simplest advice, you are switching your perception for those clients to being somebody who knows what they're talking about. Number 2 is it brings the issue to their attention. Like I said, I teased a second ago, a lot of people are not ever thinking about their garage door, right? It just goes up and down. They have so many other things going on in their life that they're not thinking about it. And if they're not thinking about their problem, they're not thinking about you as the solution, right? If somebody doesn't know they have a problem, they have no reason to call you, text you, DM you, whatever, set an appointment with you for you to fix their problem, right? So you have to bring the problem to their attention oftentimes. And so that's the second thing that sharing these types of things does, is it brings the problem to their attention. And then it gives them the choice whether to solve it themselves or to pay you to implement the strategies, the techniques that you're sharing online. And number 3 is it actually just helps content perform better. In social media, you have to have one party that's giving and one party that's consuming. And 99% of social media users are consuming, right? But then at the same time, if you as a business enter to social media and you also want to take, you want to consume, not consume as in watch content, but you want to consume people's attention because you want them to buy from you, right? Like that's a normal thing to want. But you have to realize that if you're publishing on social media, you can't act like someone who's wanting to take. You can't just want to take attention. You can't want to take contact information. You can't want to take leads. You have to give first. And so saying, hey, here's our team, here's our top performer, salesman of whatever, March. In general, a lot of the content that businesses put out there is really not giving anything to social media as a whole. You don't really give people a reason to pay attention. And that changes if you give away industry secrets, right? If you give away some of your expertise for free, not asking for anything, you say, hey, here are 3 things you can do right now to improve your garage door and therefore improve your quality of life. That's giving. That's how you earn people's attention. And so instead of being just another person out here looking for leads, another tick on the dog, right? Trying to suck money out of people in your local market. Now you're the company who's giving, right? And so whether or not they actually even implement the secrets that you're giving them, whether or not they actually go do the maintenance that you're telling them that you should do, you have now become a helpful voice in their minds. And they will associate you with someone who knows what they're talking about, somebody who's aware of their problems, and then also somebody who's willing to help, right? And not ask for anything in return. And so let's say that you publish that video, you give them 3 things to do for the garage door, they go do it themselves, and you don't make a dime off of that. What happens a year from now when they need a new opener? Or what happens a year from now when they've been watching your other videos about how cool smart home features are, or how a new garage door can upgrade the look of their home? What happens when they've been consuming that content and they decide, hey, I want a new garage door, or I want a new opener? Who are they gonna call? The random person on Google who they have no emotional connection to, or the person who has been giving expertise and confidence and staying consistent in the market? They're gonna call you, right? So those are kind of the 3 benefits of giving away the secrets. And it seems super scary because you would think, okay, why do people need to pay me if I'm just gonna give them the secrets? If you think about that for more than like 5 seconds, you're gonna realize the answer. And that is because the whole reason that businesses exist, the whole reason capitalism works, is because one person doesn't have time to do everything themselves. Yes, there's a market for DIY. Yes, people do maintenance themselves, but nobody's gonna replace a garage door themselves. Nobody's gonna replace an opener themselves. And so why are we sweating about giving away the secrets to spring cleaning garage door maintenance? It's maybe what, $150 service? I'm just making up that number. Why are we sweating over that when the real money that we could be making comes into high ticket, big ticket, complex jobs, right? So don't be afraid to give away the simple stuff. Don't be afraid to even give away some of the more complex stuff if it's safe, right, for consumers. We don't want to be telling people, especially with garage doors, to be messing with something they shouldn't be messing with. But if you are the person in the industry who is giving away as much value as possible, that will come back to you, because the way that potential clients perceive you will absolutely transform your business, the amount of leads you're getting in, the quality of leads you're getting in. And social media growth is never the metric we want to go for, right? But at the end of the day, it'll also grow your audience and your influence, which just is more eyeballs that you can get in front of, easier to pitch what you do and why they should hire you. So give away the secrets, sell the implementation. Another thing that Marcus Sheridan says, and I'll wrap it up with this, is be willing to say what other people aren't willing to say. And he is a marketing and communication specialist that specifically works with a lot of home service industries. Alex Hormozi works in marketing across a lot of different industries, but Marcus Sheridan is specifically in home service. And when asked, like, what do contractors specifically need to do? What do home service businesses need to do to differentiate themselves? He said, say what other people aren't willing to say. Whether that means pricing transparency, whether it means giving away those industry secrets, whether it means showing how your process is different, how you pay your guys is different, how your commission system is different. When you put that stuff out there, you build such an immense level of trust that is so, so valuable. So this is my reminder to you: give away the secret, sell the implementation. If you work with Kalos as your content team and creative strategist, That's what I push every single one of my clients to do, is I'm getting to know them, I'm getting to know what they do, I'm getting to know what they specialize in, and then pretty quickly I'm saying, okay, what can we pass on to your audience that would be valuable to them and that would position you as an authority and as a trusted source in your local market. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Shoot me an email, shoot me a DM on Instagram if you have questions about this. I'm always happy to chat about how this could work for your business. But yeah, thanks for watching.